When we imagine our earliest ancestors discovering fire, we picture them cowering in the dark. We assume they looked at the flames and saw a terrifying, destructive force that needed to be feared and worshipped. But there is evidence that they weren't looking at a primitive monster. They may have been staring into a mirror, watching a reflection of the fundamental nature of reality. To find that evidence, we have to look at the Rig Veda. Compiled over 3,000 years ago in the Indian subcontinent, the Rig Veda is a massive, complex collection of ancient Sanskrit hymns. The seers who composed these verses documented a series of observations about the underlying structure of the universe and the human mind. The very first word of the very first hymn in this sprawling ancient text is Agni, the Sanskrit word for fire. This is a page from the manuscript. The text is highly structured, a precise codified system of knowledge. As we move through that system and reach the 31st hymn of the first book, Agni represents a cosmic messenger, the primordial energy driving all existence. Moving from a literal flame to a theory of cosmic energy indicates a level of abstract thought rarely attributed to this period of history. The etymology of the word Agni supports this. It breaks down into 3 specific actions. The letter A comes from a root meaning to go. The G comes from a root meaning to shine or to burn, and Ni means to lead. Together, they form the concept of Agrani, the forward leader or the active agent of change. We see this concept applied practically in the yajna, a traditional Vedic fire ritual where matter is offered directly into a centralized flame. Watch the exact mechanism at play here. Physical offerings like liquid butter are consumed by the fire, instantly transforming into upward-moving heat and light. This ancient ritual was built on a core principle that energy is never lost, it is only transformed. The Vedic ritual was essentially a functional laboratory. It demonstrated how energy operates at every level of the physical universe, from domestic hearths to burning stars. On a cosmic scale, Agni represents the exact same explosive, transformative energy that birthed the stars. But returning to the text of Rig Veda 1.31, specifically verse 1, the poet describes this cosmic fire as an auspicious, personal friend to humanity. By verse 18, the poet makes a strange request. They ask this fire to expand human thought and lead the speaker to a better state of being. The philosopher Sri Aurobindo decoded this request. He argued that in the Veda, Agni represents the illumined will within the human mind. In this framework, the energy that digests your food and burns in the core of our sun is the same energy responsible for digesting information. It is the force that burns away ignorance and sparks intuition. The seers mapped a single, unified logic for transformative energy, one that governs both the outer physical universe and your inner consciousness. This means the sacrifice of the yajna takes place inside your own head. Think about the psychological friction you experience when you try to learn a difficult new skill, when you focus intensely on a complex problem, or when you choose to delay a short-term desire for a higher goal. In the Vedic view, that mental friction, that internal heat, is Agni actively at work. It is the process of transforming your raw experience into refined wisdom. This suggests a universe imbued with a conscious, evolutionary energy that inherently wants to grow and lead the individual forward. In the modern world, it is easy to feel isolated or disconnected from the vastness of the cosmos. But the truth recorded in Rig Veda 1.31 is that you are not separate from any of it. The explosive energy found in the stars is currently firing in your brain. That inner fire is always waiting. It only requires your intention to strike the match and awaken the will. When read with this understanding, the Rig Veda remains a functional map for those seeking to understand the mechanics of their own will.